So just a month ago, everybody was saying that Tesla stock's gonna hit 300 on Robotaxi day, and it's gonna be flipping awesome. Everybody on X, some YouTube videos here and there, and I didn't believe it. And I even said that actually on 10/10, the stock's gonna crash on the day after, and that's exactly what happened. Even on X, if you guys aren't following me on X, then I don't know what you guys are doing, but on X, I said that if the stock reaches $300 on 10/10, I will be dumbfounded. It just doesn't make sense for the hype to be that. And the more it runs up, the harder the crash is going to be. We were lucky to only get 8-9% dip on the next day of the Robotaxi event because it was already at 240 or 250. So really, I think we were lucky that we only got 8 to 9% dip, in my opinion. But here's the thing. I also talked about that Tesla could reach 300 if interest rates continue to go lower and lower, and I think that's still the case. Now here's the thing, my price target for this year for Tesla, my bad, for Tesla is 350. Now that's way more than 300, and I'm not changing it, I'm sticking to it to 350 even though the probability is a whole lot lower. What's more realistic and safer to say that Tesla could reach 300 bucks within 6 months, so going even in 2025, and I came up with 6 realistic catalysts that if they all happen, then I cannot see why Tesla wouldn't be at 300. So let's get down to it. I have my reasonings, and they're pretty good reasonings too. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go! And by the way, guys, these 6 catalysts are listed on my X account. So if you guys aren't following me there, then again, I don't know what y'all are doing. But the first major catalyst that we should watch out for that could take the stock up even 10% the very next day is a Trump victory. Unlike Kamala, now I know we're getting into politics, and I hate getting into politics sometimes. I love geopolitics, but we have to talk about politics because now Elon has entered that field. And we know that the Biden administration and even Kamala, they're not too much of a fan of Elon Musk. For crying out loud, the guy had the Starship spaceship land itself back on Earth in midair, and nobody from the Biden administration or even Kamala congratulated him. Like, what? This is your country. Imagine if Russia did this. Imagine if China did this. Imagine someone else other than the US did this. You guys would be outraged. But this guy's doing it in the United States of America, in your country, and you guys are running the country. You have to at least congratulate him, but they didn't. And even till today, they didn't. So that's why a Trump victory, Trump loves Elon. And he knows how important Elon is with the cars, with the rockets, with the boring tunnels, chips, XAI, all that kind of stuff. And Trump has said that we are lucky to have someone like Elon. And the fact that Elon and Trump are going to be working together, this is going to help a lot of red tape with rules and regulation that's going to help the full self-driving and Robotaxi speed up a whole lot faster. So right off the bat, as soon as there's a Trump victory, we're going to see the stock go up, and I am 100% confident of this. 110% confident. So that's one major catalyst. The second major catalyst is Q3, Q4 earnings beat. Now, I don't think Q3 earnings will be a beat. At best, it will be met, in my opinion. I hope it's a beat. I'm rooting for it. But looking at how the numbers are coming, I don't know. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a beat. If it's a met and the EPS is growing and they come out an earnings call and they say that, yeah, our EPS, we're going to start, growing. It's going to start slowly going up. Q4 is going to be better. And then we're going to introduce, or not even introduce, but the affordable vehicles are going to come in the first half of 2025. And we got, unsupervised full self-driving happening later in 2025. Our growth should continue at a 20% rate or whatever. Then, yes, I could probably see them getting away with it even if it's a miss in Q3. However, though, I don't think Q3 is going to be a beat. I think Q4 is more likely for it to be a beat. I'll make a separate video on what I think Q3 will be after I see some more data come out for sure. But that's number 2. Number 3 is the affordable models. Within 6 months' time, we should hear an update. Forget 6 months' time. We should hear an update of the affordable vehicles in Q3 earnings call, which would be very soon. I mean, in a week time or something. So we should hear about what's happening with that. And in 6 months' time, when hopefully they do announce it or they put on the website and say, you guys can go ahead and buy it, I do think that's going to be one major catalyst that not only Wall Street was looking forward to, but a lot of people were looking forward to, because apparently cars still matter for Tesla. And I understand and I get it, and that's why it's a big major catalyst. One of the main reasons why the stock fell on 11/10 is the reason why I've been saying this entire time. They were all waiting for the affordable vehicle to be announced that day, even though it was a Robotaxi event. Which, again, it was a Robotaxi event. a robotaxi unveil event. I don't know why they were thinking about a compact car or whatever it is. But this, once Tesla brings that out, then we can see people coming back into the stock. We can see analysts going, okay, now we can add this more to our higher delivery growth and all that kind of stuff. So that is another major catalyst for Tesla, 100%. Number 4 is the one that everyone keeps forgetting about, and they shouldn't forget about, because it does it's a major one. It's the Megapack Shanghai factory being pretty much ready, I think, end of this year, and then going into first quarter of 2025, producing then. And that, I mean, right now, what's carrying Tesla's fundamentals is energy. Energy is bringing in $500 million per each quarter in gross profits. That's about $2 to $3 billion a year just from that. Now, once this Megapack Shanghai is fully ramped, that's going to be double that. So imagine that. Tesla's going to be making 5 to 6 billion in gross profits every single year, of an average around $26 billion in revenue every single year once these two Megapack factories are ramped up. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. That helps the fundamentals a lot, and not to mention other Megapack factories being mentioned as well. And I do expect one every year in every part of the world until 2030. So we'll have about 8 to 10, maximum 10 Megapack factories until then. And this is a big part of Tesla's business. And this for sure will increase the EPS, the growth, the revenue, the profits for sure for Tesla, which will bring the stock even higher. That's number 4. Number 5 is the holy grail, obviously, is more interest rate cuts. The reason why Tesla crashed the hardest is because we had interest rates go up the fastest. The reason why Tesla's going to roar the hardest is because interest rates are going to go down. We already got a 0.5% cut, and they're expecting another 0.5% cut in December, maybe even earlier. We'll see how economies are and and unemployment goes and stuff like that. But it's clear. We're on the cutting phase of interest rates. We're there. Unless we avoid a big recession, I think we should be okay. And I think Tesla stock will continue to go up with every single cut there is. I think Tesla stock is going to go up about like 5 to 10%, depending on how aggressive the cuts are. But more interest rate cuts means higher stock price for Tesla. Easy as that, because their gross margins are going to increase just normally. And demand's going to come back to buy cars because interest rates are lower, borrowing becomes cheaper. So just overall, when you look at it, interest rate cuts is so bullish for Tesla, not just for Tesla, but the entire automotive industry. But for Tesla, higher margins, more demand, and just bullish for Tesla overall. And that's number 5, interest rate. And that's a very important one. So we should keep our eyes out for that. In fact, they should be cutting a bit more aggressively now because we are going slowly in deflation. In Canada, we're not doing that well. And I think we're going to be cutting more for sure. But for more interest rate cuts, we should keep a very close eye on this. And last but not least is the one that Elon mentioned on 1010, is releasing FSD unsupervised. Now, he said in 2 states, Texas and California, with the 3 and Y. Oh man, if that happens, and if they actually can do robotaxis on that, which I don't know if they will, but if they're unsupervised, why would they not? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's in 2 states, and if it's unsupervised, I'm sure we'll have a higher take rate once that happens, which is a sheesh moment, and I'm looking forward to it. Unsupervised FSD, man, I can go in the back and sleep. I could go back in the car and sleep, and this thing will take me places. I'll watch some Netflix or whatever. So it's definitely going to be a sheesh moment. And with all these 6 catalysts, if they all happen, if they all go down, and I do believe a Trump victory is going to happen, I just don't see any other way how this won't happen. I think Trump will win, and that's the biggest one in the short term, my opinion. If all these 6 catalysts happens, guys, I don't see why the stock won't be at least 300 after all these within 6 months, in my opinion. And again, my price target is 350 until this end of this year, and that's a low probability now. But hitting 300 within 6 months with all these catalysts, I don't know. It looks like hitting 300 is a realistic target for the next 6 months, in my opinion. It does look like that. But let's see what happens. We have a lot of things to fix in Tesla in order for the stock to go even back to the all-time highs, in my opinion. I think we do need to show higher EPS growth. We need to show a lot more proof on how Tesla can increase their profits big time. And the only way that I can see this happening is when FSD comes out or Robotaxi comes out with their 60-80% gross margins. Then we'll probably see the Tesla stock roar and have an NVIDIA moment. But until then, I'm not too sure when that'll happen. But for now, at least we know that, in my opinion, that 300 is in reach within 6 months, in my humble opinion. That's all I gotta say. Comment down below, did I miss any catalyst about Tesla? I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I don't know. I think these are the major ones. I think the other ones that I'm thinking are not that major, they're secondary. But comment down below, what other catalysts do you think that can help Tesla in the short, medium term? Because the long term, we know what's happening with Tesla in the long term. But the short, medium term, what do you guys think the other catalyst could be that can bring the stock even higher? Comment down below. I'm curious to know. Now, here's the thing. A lot of talks, because it's funny, a lot of talks after 1010, oh man, Tesla's, Elon and Tesla said they're not going to bring the affordable vehicle cars out, even though we do know that they are. And here's the thing. Elon Musk confirms that. He confirmed it. You guys can check the video right here on how he confirmed there's more products to come, which is mainly vehicles to come. And it's a sheesh moment. Y'all don't want to miss it. Subscribe, guys. Get your I Bought the Dip t-shirt. And I shall see you guys in the next video, man. I love y'all. See ya.